Welcome back in YouTube. Today we're going to be covering the Elgato Stream Deck and the basics of what you want to use it for as soon as you get it. The Stream Deck's a very powerful tool. I'm continuously adding to mine daily. I'll put a video here of what I use mine for currently. Today we're going to be talking about the basics of the Elgato Stream Deck and how you can do different things. We're going to cover adding pages so you can have unlimited space. We're going to cover creating folders so you can categorize everything that you do. We're going to be talking about multi-action tools that allow you to do different things with one button. And then we're also going to be talking about adding timers to the Stream Deck. We're also going to cover other things inside the OBS Studios and Twitch tools as well. When you first open up your Stream Deck app, it's going to look something like this. You're going to have the welcome icon in the middle. You're going to have a bunch of blank squares, one page, and your apps on the side. This welcome you can click on, you can go to if you'd like to. It's just going to take you to their website. We can go ahead and just delete it. On the top right here, you're going to notice a couple buttons. You have the settings wheel, which is where you're going to be able to update your accounts and your profile and also do updates. And then the plugins are going to be here. This is where you're going to download these other cool tools that I have here from BarRaider. If you go to the plugins and then you have a discover where you can search, or you can just click on plugins and you can kind of scroll through. There are tons and tons of plugins that you can use here, and that makes this tool so versatile and you can do so many different things. They've also got icon packs that you can download so you can have icons at whatever pictures you want. And then they have music and sound effects that you can use as well. Some of the tools we're going to be talking about today come pre-installed on the Stream Deck. Right here at the bottom, you can see where it says pages. You can press this button as many times as you want to give you unlimited pages for unlimited space. The other cool tool underneath the Stream Deck is you can hit create folder. If you click and drag the tools over, that's how you'll move every tool from the right column into your page. You can also right click and create a folder as well. What the folders do when you open them up is they give you another page. You can create folders inside of folders and have unlimited space this way as well. I use this to categorize my stuff, so I set OBS as a folder and anything I do while I'm streaming goes in that folder. I have one set for sound alerts and all my sound alerts go inside that folder, so everything's easy to find and all on the front page. In order to keep this all organized, you can click on the folder, and on the top left, you can hit the plus button. Inside here, you can choose a different logo or a different icon for each button. If you download an icon pack out of the plugin store, that'll show up here. You can also come into here and hit the little down arrow, and you can select a file off of your computer to make as one of the icons or create your own icon as well. Another cool tool is the multi-action tool. You can create one here, and if you click on it and open it up, it lets you drag multiple actions in to create one long action. We'll talk about this a little bit later as it's a little bit more advanced. The last tool that's in here is the timer. And if you bring the timer over, say you have a channel point reward where you can't use your mic for 5 minutes, you can actually come in here and set this for 300 seconds and then have an alert. So when you press the button, you know you have to wait until the alert comes back off before you can use your microphone again. Moving on, we're going to go to the OBS Studio tools. Here's the record button. As you can see here, it just allows your recording to turn on and off at the push of a button. There's a go live button, so you can start streaming. There's a replay buffer to where you can turn that on, and a replay buffer save if you use it for replays like I do. There's a scene collection to where if you have different profiles, you can change those. There's different scenes. This is what you're going to use to go from one scene to another. So right now I'm on my YouTube page, but if I wanted to go to my just starting screen, I could change this to just starting. And if I press the button, it's going to take me to that scene. There's also individual source visibility. So if I pull this over and I adjust this to my YouTube scene, and then I change this to my camera, I can turn my camera on and off at the push of a button. So now I'm going to show you how to make different OBS scene switches. So we're going to go ahead and create a folder, and we're going to call it OBS. Anything we're going to be doing inside of OBS will go in this folder. Double click in, and we're going to grab our scene and drag it over. So for the first scene, it's going to be our starting scene. Then we're going to drag over another one. Our second scene will be our chatting scene. And you can label these as is. And then we'll grab another scene and bring it over, and we'll call it our live scene. And so you'll make one of these for each of the different scenes that you have. That way you can transfer from one to the next at the push of one button. And now all we would have to do is press one button. It would take us to the starting screen. Press one button, it'll take you to the chatting screen, and then so on and so forth for the other screens. If you have the transition set up as a stinger, it will automatically play those. But if you're like me, and instead of having your transition set up as a stinger, you use it for the replays, you can do a multi-action for your scene switches. So you come in here, right click, create a multi-action, and dive in. We're going to go ahead and bring a scene over, and we're going to do a scene swap, and we're going to swap to our switch screen first. And then we're going to grab a delay, and my switch screen is 12 seconds long. So we're going to go ahead and make the delay 12 seconds. And then we're going to grab another scene switch and drop it in. And then we're going to go to our chatting screen. We'll go ahead and go back. And this multi-action would be our chat switch. And so what would happen is if I clicked this button, it would take me to the switch screen. It'll wait the 12 seconds for the transition to play, and then it'll take me to the chat screen. And you would just make one of these for each of these different pages as well, and that way your transition plays if you don't have the stinger set up. Moving on to some of the Twitch commands, we'll make another folder, and we'll call it Twitch. And then we'll go ahead and dive in. You can create chat messages, so it'll auto post into your chat. So say this one is my ID, and what I want it to do is I want it to type !ID into my chat when I press the button. So all I'll do is I'll go ahead and press the button. It's going to type !ID in, and then my bot is going to tell them what my ID is for Activision, Epic, and Steam, all to press one button. You can also put a custom message in here. So say you're out doing something and you gotta be right back and you want to run ads, you can say, hey, I'll be right back. I'm running these ads to prevent pre-rolls. To go along with the, hey, I'll be right back. I'm running these ads to prevent pre-rolls. There's actually a play ad button here. You can change it to whatever time you want. So if you want to set it to 90 seconds of ads, you can set it to 90 seconds. If you want to set it to 120 seconds, you can set it to 120 seconds. And that way you can say, hey, I'll be right back. I'm running these ads to prevent pre-rolls. And then you just press the button, one click ad. And last up for the main Twitch commands is the create a clip command. Drag it over. It's already got your channel name in it. All you're going to do is press the button. It's going to grab a clip for the last 30 seconds. And there you go. No more fumbling around trying to get somebody else to clip it or going back and having to clip it out. One button, clips 30 seconds, you're all good to go to make a highlight reel. One of the other main tools I use right away is the Discord. You can use it to deafen Discord. You can use it just to mute your mic in Discord. And you can also use the push to talk feature. I like these different features because we use game chat very, very rarely. We actually use party chat through Discord more often. And this allows me to be able to talk to my stream and them not hear me in Discord. And I've covered it in some of the other videos, but I'll cover it again here. The bar rater tools that you can find in the plugins are some of the best tools you can use for the Stream Deck. If you open up the Twitch ones and kind of take a glance through what's here, and then you go down to the Twitch tools for bar rater and open it up, you can see there's a lot more things you can do. There's a ban hammer or a time in, time out hammer. There's a channel monitor where you can see when your friends go live and see how many viewers they have. There's a clip to chat button, kind of like our clip button we set up earlier, except for it's going to clip the last 30 seconds and then it's going to post it to chat so your viewers can watch the same clip that you just grabbed. And the same thing holds true for like the OBS commands. Go into the OBS, you can see what they have to offer, and then go down to the bar rater OBS, and you can see there's more things that they offer. So all you have to do is kind of play with it, go into the regular tools, go into the bar rater tools, and see which one you like better. Like I said, personally, the bar radar tools are my favorite just because they offer a lot more customizing things that you can do. Like you can do them for other people's channels, not just yours, as long as you have moderation or you have the ability to do so. If you use Streamlabs instead of OBS, there's also tools for that. They have tools for Twitch Studio as well, if that's your thing. Remember, if this video helped you in any way, shape, or form, make sure you share it with your friends so we can spread the word. Also, don't forget you can comment in the bottom about your projects or anything you're doing so I can come check those out. If you make a video on it, or if you have a post somewhere where I can come look at it, I'd love to check that kind of stuff out. Like and subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you can find your way back.